Overstimulation, a fitting word for an age of relentless noise, chaos and unpredictability. It names the sinking sensation of helplessness, the creeping awareness that control has slipped from our grasp. Once, that feeling came rarely. Now, it seems ever present. The world's troubles pulse in the palm of my hand, while screens on the wall broadcast catastrophe in high definition. In my mind, I play savior to global crises. We won't save the world by posting, but we might save a piece of it by tending what we can reach, repair, and love. In reality, dust thickens on neglected shelves, and the world outside my window begs for a little order. Jordan B. Peterson once said, "If you can't even clean up your own room, who the hell are you to give advice to the world?" Virtue is a heady drug. It intoxicates us with visions of moral grandeur. Yet here we are, rummaging through haystacks for needles we never noticed, lying plainly by the barn door. Morality once anchored community and shared purpose. But in a culture suspicious of ties that bind, we scan the horizon for distant causes, anything to feel we still belong somewhere. This war must end. We must stop the suffering. Lofty words, spoken by a man too indifferent to reach for the remote and skip a YouTube ad. We drift in a strange paradox, too apathetic to act, too restless to sit still. When my phone screen finally fades to black, I don't feel peace, I feel paralysis. Jittering legs, heavy chest, drooping eyes, a racing heart. We are torn between craving more and the exhaustion of too much. And it's hard to rise when your shoulders sag under medals for imaginary victories. Society scolds us for distant sins, then teaches us to blame others for the neglect we see around us. But maybe the solution is simpler. Maybe it starts with reclaiming our attention, anchoring it to what we can touch and tend. Rediscovery doesn't happen on the world stage. It begins in the quiet places, in cluttered rooms, unkempt gardens, unsaid words. Purpose begins close to home. We should sweep our own doorstep before condemning the street. That cluttered desk, that ignored phone call, that forgotten birthday, they aren't just signs of laziness, they're signs of a deeper disconnection. When we ignore what we can influence, we yield to chaos by default. But we are not powerless. The first act of resistance is humble. Make your bed, not just for tidiness, but as a declaration to yourself, to the world, that order is still possible, that you are still here. Virtue at scale flatters the ego, but virtue at home tests the soul. Do I speak gently when I'm tired? Do I forgive my neighbor? Do I truly listen, or just wait to speak?